Hello everybody, and thanks for checking out a video here on my YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at the character creation of Dragon's Prophet. Dragon's Prophet is a game that's being handled in the States by SOE or Sony Entertainment, so the Sony Cash Shop will come into play for this. You might know Sony for doing some games like the now defunct Bullet Run, Planet Side, and of course several others. So let's take a look at some of the different classes. Actually gonna go and do it from here. You can do it from another screen, switch classes, but right now I'm looking at making a Guardian. I used one in the closed beta, so I'm fairly familiar with it. Here are some different Guardian armor type sets. Hey, it's Soul Edge. And that kind of looks like Siegfried. So, okay, here's a Guardian. The clothing. There we go. The next class is a Ranger. These are supposedly the highest DPS in the game. They're not necessarily pet-oriented because everybody has a pet in this game. Here are Oracles. Now, you might look at this Oracle and think it's the Scythe guy from Soul Calibur. Zal is, I forget his name. Anyway, you might think of the Oracle as kind of the healery. See, there you go. That looks like a healery, priesty, clericy type person. Actually, it looks like a World of Warcraft set from TBC. And that's a... Can I get a better angle of this? There we go. Oh yeah, look, that's a nice looking scythe. That's pretty damn cool. A demon on a stick. Oracles are actually one of the better tanks in the game because they have some kind of magical shield that really reduces damage, but it's weird to think of a Clothy as a tank. And last but not least, we have the Sorcerer. Huh. Pretty similar set to the Oracle. It's a different staff. So, back to the Guardian. Alright, so there are a lot of configuration options for this. A friend of mine said that it took her an hour to create her character. And we can definitely see why. So we have head size, and it's NBA Jam's Big Head mode. And it's the tiny little guys when their helmets get shot off. In Borderlands, it's a Goliath without his helmet. It's Sting. Actually, it looks like Sting. Alright, so we're going to get this back down to a normal size. Here's body height. Torso. That's... oh, that's funny right there. So you can see there's definitely a lot of options here. And some ones you've probably never seen before, like position and shoulder height. Some of these, of course, actually we did see in Swoter. Let's give him some... Oh yeah, Popeye arms. I forgot about that in the beta. Give him... Alright. Treat them biceps. There's the Popeye arms, but... No, shrink them up a little bit. And, you know, he's going to be a Guardian. So let's give him some good arms. And face and hair. That's kind of Age of Wushu right there. Let's go with something fairly menacing, but not over the top. This kind of looks like it has the potential to be a Saiyan. I'm sure there's a Saiyan hair in here somewhere. There always is. Legolas. Okay, kind of. Maybe Saiyan, a little bit. This looks like the Bleach character. One of the visors. This right here. What else can you do? I mean, it kind of looks like a bunch of Final Fantasy characters. Let's see about... Yeah, what the hell, let's go with it. Alright, we don't want to do pre-mades. And now we have some of the head features. It's kind of cool that the hair rotates with it. Alright, yeah, now some of these sliders, if I remember correctly on the head, just don't really work out too well. They kind of make very distorted-y graphics, like when you're looking at like fun Photoshop things like funhouse mirrors and sad, pissed off. Hey, it looks like oh god, the Tekken character who's the son of Hayashi. Jin, the guy who gets corrupted. Is it Jin who gets corrupted by the demon? Thinking this ought to be fun. Yeah, I kind of knew it was a funny combination right there. Oh dear God! It's Ming the Merciless. Not sure if liking these eyes or if everything just turned blue for a moment. Alright, yeah, let's... Alright, and let's see if we... Well, skip the nose stuff. Nose looks fine. The mouth, I think there was some... one or two funny things with the mouth. Grumpy cat. No. Was it lip angle? Something... Yeah, I don't think running around with your mouth open like this looks really good. Yeah, screw the ears. Okay, let's finalize the character and let's jump into the game a little bit. So here is my Guardian. We've got channel list here, server list. You can delete the character. Here are your additional slots. They all seem to be open. Now, Dragon's Prophet is free to play, but there is the Sony cash shop in this. From what I remember in the closed beta is that the Sony cash shop came into play with some stuff for dragon training. You can start your dragon training, a dragon that you're not using, you can put him in your stables and you can have the stable people go ahead and train him. Anything over 5 hours of training you have to pay Sony cash for. So... other than that, I'm not too sure what else they're going to use the cash shop for quite yet.
The Osira, descendants of the eternal dragons. They share an immortal bond.
No, it seems like the animation's still a little choppy.
Adventurous warriors.
This is not because of Fraps. Animation in the distance is not very good in this game. They had this in the closed beta. They obviously didn't fix it quite yet for the open beta, and it leads to some really hysterical things.
The Osira forged an army, and they called it Skyhammer.
So in this tutorial, we kind of help this guy, Andre, do some stuff, and then you eventually get dumped back out. And it's one of those things that I've stated is kind of good in an MMO. It's a high-level tutorial. The feel of what your character is going to be like later on. And it kind of helps you pick a character that maybe you're going to stick with, because nothing is worse than getting 10, 15 levels into a character and not liking it.
Lieutenant, please approach.
There's weird flashing going on in this that I didn't have in the closed beta. Okay, so here is your UI. As you can see, I'm starting off at level 45. Camera rotates. And the arrow keys also move despite the fact that it says WASD.
Today marks the start of our combat training. This is our training target. Pay attention to our lieutenant's demonstration.
And this is an action MMO, sort of like Vindictus and Tera, and ones like that. We'll go ahead and get some combos going here. Raider Z, Neverwinter Nights, or just Neverwinter, excuse me. There's my soul edge.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Well done. The Osira are born with an innate ability to communicate with all other creatures that are of dragon descent, and even ally with them. But from the looks of it, none of you can handle a dragonkin properly, right? The Lieutenant will demonstrate proper technique.
Now, the name of this game is Everything is About Dragons. You breed dragons, you put dragons in a stable, you summon dragons as pets, you summon dragons as mounts. There are different dragons on different continents. See, here is my summon of a dragon, which makes him a combat pet. If I were to hit tab, I now mount him. So he's certainly a versatile companion to have, and that is the main focus of this particular game.
I'll let you in on a little secret. Resting behind me is a legendary dragon. His noble deeds are too numerous to count.
If now, well, it's too late now, but you could kind of see the
Alongside Sabosha, he had many
animation there in the background was bad. See, when it's up front like this, it's pretty smooth and solid.
abilities unmatched. We ensure his peaceful recovery here. Now then, on with the training. This! Is he under attack? Take the cadets back. Tell headquarters.
Now watch as he gets... Oh, he's not going to get too far away.
Move! This is in trouble!
None may pass without permission!
Who are you?
Our cover is blown. Kill them all!
Disguised marauders?
Prepare to die!
So sort of like a fighting game, you actually have different combos based off of your moves. So you can go like left, left, right, and that's a combo. And you have combos off of your actual action abilities. So you can hit one. There's the Dead Space Stomp, but it's going to be on cooldown now. I'll show you guys the Dead Space Stomp that's in this. I have to wait for my electric blade to cool. Alright, so there's the Dead Space Stomp, and that's a combo actually built off of one of your own actions. And it will tell you, you'll get a little list of how to do different combos and what things work.
Confidence is your downfall.
So, you dare to interrupt my plans?
Linda? What are you doing?
I'm putting your crippled dragon to good use. He'll be devoured. Witness the true might of a black dragon.
Why is it always got to be the black dragon that's the bad one?
Surrounded. There's no way out.
I'll cover you. Get back to headquarters and warn the others.
And if you notice, her icon over there on the right has the spikes for the edge. That's because she is an elite, and that's how it's represented in this game.
We have to save Meltis.
And then that happened. So yeah, there's a slight little bit of a Pokemon aspect to it, that when your dragons are in the stables, you can have one dragon eat another to kind of gain some of its abilities and everything.
On behalf of the 7th Battalion, I bid you farewell. Bye.
That sort of looks a little rifty.
Sweet dreams, my dear.
But I must say the art style in this game is a little unique. And it's a little different. It doesn't feel like everything else. And now you have your choice of 3 starting areas. And which starting area you go to determines which dragons you kind of see early on. In one of the areas, the dragon that you can fly and fly as a mount is you kind of encounter them a little later. In one of the other areas, the dragons you encounter early on kind of look like deserty, rocky, raptor-based ones. Other areas you kind of encounter like crocodile water ones. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up with the tutorial and the character creation out of the way. And you can see what a little bit of the combat looks like. And so far, I think it's a fun game. I think it has some potential. I've played this warrior up till about 15 or so in the closed beta, and he didn't feel quite as out of control as, say, like a Tera one. But I didn't feel he was quite as fluid as, say, the Trickster Rogue in Neverwinter.
Nothing but shame and despair. I was betrayed by the world. Now I have come for vengeance.
And the English isn't too bad in this game either. It's been pretty good. There's been one or two things, but it's the English translation's definitely very good.
To see you can still stand on your own.
Alright, so we will go ahead and wrap it up here, and I'll be giving it a few levels, and probably do a second video on, I don't know, maybe around level 5 to 10, and show you guys a little bit more of Dragon's Prophet. You'll see a link down in the description to where you can find out more of this game. It's currently in open beta, and it's by Sony Online Entertainment. So I hope you enjoyed this first look over here of the open beta, and take care.